On 28th July 2010, an Airblue jet airliner crashed into the Margla Hills in Islamabad, and it left all 152 people aboard dead. The inquiry reports found many factors that led to this incident, such as the duty controller at the air control tower was not experienced enough and couldn't guide the pilot for safe landing, that the captain was under stress and strain, that the captain was aged and not mentally alert, and that bad weather conditions did not enable him to land safely. All these issues can be solved by the relevant institutions with better planning and management. But something else happened on the plane that possibly led to the crash. The co-pilot cautioned the captain, and the radar of the plane also gave indications that hills were ahead and the plane should be geared up to lift it to the higher altitude. These indications were given at least a dozen times, but the captain did not respond. Had he listened, 152 lives would have been saved. But why did the captain not listen to his co-pilot? Although we cannot make conjectures in absence of data, the most probable explanation is that the co-pilot was ignored because the captain might have thought that this would indicate that his junior knew more than the captain did. The captain was not willing to surrender his authority, abandon the rigid hierarchy for even a second, and listen to his junior. This senior-junior attitude of submissiveness, authority, hierarchy, unquestioned obedience can be described as the yes sir syndrome. It was not only present in that ill-fated plane, it is multiplied across the entire Pakistani and many other post-colonial societies. And it costs us dearly in many ways. Let's see how. First, it has led to military failures such as the 1965 war with India, the 1971 war that split Pakistan, and the 1999 Kargil war too against India. Study them beyond ideology-pumping Pakistani textbooks and you'll know how the yes sir syndrome has caused damages to us. There is much more to the military than appears through its veil of secrecy. Second, in academia too, critical thinking and unique ideas are mostly discouraged in classrooms. When a student becomes critical and asks uncomfortable questions, teachers mostly get insecure and punish them with low grades. Resultantly, no noteworthy knowledge is produced from these schools and universities. Thirdly, this syndrome is present in families as well. Boys are considered too inexperienced to choose their careers, so their fathers decide. Girls are not practical enough to choose their husbands, so their parents use force, if necessary, to select a suitable spouse. When people end up in the wrong career or a disastrous abusive marriage, relations between parents and their children can be ruined for life. Fourthly, the corporate sector is no exception. The term boss is used commonly to refer to a team leader at a workplace. This term is actually derived from Dutch language, and its usage dates back to 17th century's colonial era. It was used to describe the landlords who owned slaves and ship captains who navigated slaves through seas. In some ways, we still live in the colonial era, where masters rule ultra-obedient slaves, where any critical thought is discouraged with a whiplash. We all own our separate colonies in our homes and in our offices. The solution is to shatter this paternalistic approach, respect individuality, or at least talk about this yes sir syndrome that is killing individual thought in our society. Watch the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest featuring Jack Nicholson to see how one person inspires change. So, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below and do share this episode with someone who may find it knowledgeable.